I only use Reason 12 because the rest of the DAWs are too hard to use. That's right. I said it. I only use Reason 12 because the rest of the DAWs, they just give me a nervous breakdown. They just make me just regret ever trying to make any kind of music or create beats. I get to looking at all of the instruments and synths and the EQs and compression, and my mind, it just explodes. It just boom. It's just too much. But when I turn on Reason and I have me a donut hole, I know that everything is going to be all right. What's up, everybody? This your boy Chris Reed Beats, back with another video, man. Happy Saturday to y'all. I remember first time I ever touched Reason, I remember oh wow, I just lost all the light in the room. First time I ever opened up Reason, I just remember feeling so much joy and so much just excitement and energy from the program. I was contemplating titling this live stream something different, because actually what I want to do is I want to revisit Polystep Sequencer, as I always do visit Polystep Sequencer, because Polystep Sequencer, the player, I just love it. But I be like really like sitting around thinking, like not in front of my computer, and I get to thinking about different things that I can do with the program and with the player, and I'm like, oh man, I want to go check that out right now, but it's like 3 a.m. in the morning, and it's like, nah, I'm not going to the garage, it's cold. But I get to thinking about Polystep Sequencer, and I get to saying to myself, that thing really is a beast. Like, among all of the other players, Polystep Sequencer just stands out to me, and it's just something different. It's just something about it that just says this is the one. But also, while I was getting ready to start the stream, I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, well, we put how to make beats in Reason, so I just said, let's just change that to why, and we'll just go live. I'm really like getting used to this, like just right as soon as I feel it, like as soon as I feel like jumping on, talking to you guys, making beats, going live, I really just feel like just doing it. It's a hassle. It's a whole other thing when I get to letting my mind trick me out of doing it. But when I feel it and I just go for it, I just go for it. Posting Beats, what's good, man? Good to have you here in the stream. I also saw that Simon Hitchcock is also here in the stream. And if I could share one of these with you, man, I would, but I can't share none with you today. These are all just for me. Marcus Garvey, second part to the last beat. Not 100% sure what Marcus Garvey is talking there, but it's good to see you, Marcus Garvey, up in here. Every time I say that name, I think of the school. I think it's a Marcus Garvey school, or is that that's Dr. Umar's. That's the name of Dr. Umar's school. He's gonna create that school. He created that school, Marcus Garvey Academy for Boys or something like that. But every time I see your name, I think about that, man. And I appreciate you posting, man. What are you guys got going on your Saturdays? That's another thing too. Like, I see like so many people, like, you know, putting out content and going live and stuff like that. I get encouraged. I get inspired by everybody that I see in the community, you know, sharing their wisdom or just inspiring people to just keep making music. It really is just like super dope. So I want to, you know, contribute as well. I want to, you know, just get on and hang out with you guys. Saturdays are usually every day I got something going on. Every single day of the week, I got something going on. Okay. Either I'm filming, I'm editing, I'm making beats, I'm sending beats, I'm mixing beats, I am creating Instagram reels, going live on Instagram. Like every single day we're doing something. I got live streaming for my church that I do. Got to set up the live stream, got to send out the email. Literally just did that for this week's Sunday worship. Got to write sermons, got to preach sermons, got to do Bible class, 2 Bible classes, Tuesday and Wednesday. It's literally something happening every single day of the week. So usually Saturdays, I'm like, man, I just kind of want to just hang out, chill, and just be lazy, just do nothing. I don't want people to see my face, and I don't want to have to do it. But I was like, I really feel it right now, so I'm jumping on. What do you guys think that new instrument is going to be? And I got a confession to make. I don't know anything about it. Okay. If you think you're going to get like the inside scoop from Chris, like, oh, Chris is buddy with Reasonstudios. Like, nah, I don't have no information this time around. Okay. A few other times I got some early emails. I got some early access opportunities, and that was super cool. But this time around, I don't have anything. I'm going to be checking it out the first time. For the first time, when you guys check it out, I'll be checking it out for the first time as well. I kind of agree with you, Simon Hitchcock. I think it's going to be a synth, but I'm more like something else is just calling me. I don't think they're going to do a player because they've done so many different players. I think they're going to do like a hybrid of something. And the only thing that I could post it says, will it cost? You know it's going to cost. I think that they're doing like a lot of good promotion around it too. And I'm like, you know, the sooner it comes to the release date, they're going to start pushing out more and more content. So we'll get to see a little bit more of what's happening. But I think based on the last video that they posted and the video right before that, where it was like, I don't know the guy's name. I'm so sorry. But he was doing like cinematic, like how to create cinematic sounds. And then in the last video, they mentioned something about cinematic, or I could use this and score. Like it was different words that they used. So I don't think it's just like a direct synth, because like synth just seems too bland to say, oh, it's going to be a new synth. I think it has to be something where, like Friction, for example. Friction was like this string element where you could create the string and use pressure, and you could, you know, do all of this modulation and articulation in order to create these string sounds. And I think that was cool, what they did with Friction. And it was the same way, like it's like a synth, but really it's like it's something extra added to it. It's this idea of when you're playing a bowed instrument, how you can play it in different ways and articulate it and stuff like that. So I think if it is a synth, it's going to be something like that. It's going to be something like based upon how you tweak it or how you play it or what you do with it. It's going to be like, yeah, that's going to create the sound, or that's going to change the sound. Right now on our poll, I'm seeing that 60% of you guys are saying that it's going to be a sampler. I'm actually closer to something like that. It's been a minute since we got like a full sample library of like a new instrument with a bunch of samples. And I think like that would be super cool. Like imagine like Orchestra 3.0 or something, like, you know how to have the orchestra sound bank. Imagine like they redid the orchestra sound bank, and it was like this huge loaded bank, like Contact library style, you know, 2, 3, 4 gigs. Of course, we know Contact is more than that, but I'm just saying for Reason, on the scale of Reason, like imagine it was something like that. Like that would be something super awesome. That would be really interesting. But a sample library, I think, could be super cool. Not a sampler like Mimic, like it's like something you could like manipulate samples and like, you know, make them, pitch them up, pitch them down, and make them faster, slower. Like Mimic is I love Mimic. Mimic is just great. It's just oh man, Mimic. All right. Not like Mimic, but a sample library, I think. Some kind of instrument that's going to implement the sample library. And the way that they've been doing, like refills are kind of like a thing of the past. Like if you look at like Reason pianos or Radical keys or Radical piano or Reason drum kits, RDK, the new one, Reason electric bass, like it's not set up as a sampler where you can go in and tweak the samples like NNXT, NN19, Mimic. You can't actually touch the samples, but it's a unit that already has the samples inside of it. I think that something like that around cinema or around transitions or around like something of that nature, something of like effects, some kind of like sampler based unit that has all of the sounds already in it. I think that would be dope. Almost like an emulator keyboard. Exactly. Posting. Simon says, oh yeah, it will be something outrageous that makes us go, whoa. I mean, I think so. I think I detect a sense of like sarcasm in your voice. I mean, just a little bit. I hear a little sarcasm in your voice, but in case that there's no sarcasm in your voice and you're really just being like genuinely serious about it, I think that could be the case. I think that they might just do something that makes us go, whoa, that's really cool. At least from the last videos that we saw, it seems as though people were really excited about that video. People were really excited about the idea of whatever this new instrument is. So those lucky few that have already heard some of it, they seem very excited about it. And I think if they're excited about it, then I think the rest of the Reason community will probably be excited about it. Okay. This donut has too much sugar in it, but I'm loving it so far. Welcome everybody to the stream. Make sure you hit the like button. Hey, do something crazy and share it. Why don't you just share the live stream to like Facebook or Reddit or something? I think that would be super cool. What if we had like 100 or like 200 people in here and we're just all talking about Reason, how we're excited about Reason? Wouldn't that be dope? I think it would be dope. Let's go back a little bit. Let's slow down. He says, Poston says, I need your discount. I don't have one. You know, it's interesting when I started doing these live streams and these Reason videos, I did like an affiliate link, and I put that affiliate link, and like every so often I would see people click the affiliate link, and I have not to this day received anything from those affiliate links. Not because I've earned money, but because they haven't earned money. So I just say that to say I don't have anything. I'm really just like everybody else. Okay. I'm just like y'all. I just like the program, you know what I'm saying? Got featured a couple of times, but I'm just like y'all. And I'm just here to just make beats and have fun. Okay. Every so often, like I said, I got an opportunity to try something out. Made a mistake one time, did something I was supposed to do, and I think I'm paying for it ever since then. But I think it's all love over there, man. So we'll just see what happens. We'll just see what happens. Okay. Poston says he'll use the affiliate link. I'm not even sure. I'm really like confused at this point. I'm like, hold on, like it'd be a lot of people clicking. It'd be a lot of, I'm just wondering, I'm like, man, is this the right affiliate link? Like, did somebody make this thing up and it's not really their official affiliate link? Like, I remember one time, the McEastlands is in here, man. What's good, Kenny? It's good to see you, man. One time I saw that, man, you got me confused. Let me slow down. One time I saw that I had this email about doing an affiliate opportunity, and it was like, yeah, you could do this affiliate opportunity, and if you do this affiliate opportunity, you know, we're gonna pay you, and we're gonna do this and that, and, you know, sounded good at the time, sounded too good to be true. It was like this video game software company or something. They were like, yeah, we want to use you as like, you know, a influencer. We want to, you know, invite you to the team. Send all this stuff in this email, right? And then I just was like, okay, I've heard of this company before, but let me just do some research. I go do some research. I'm looking it up and I'm looking up. I finally make it to like the official website for this place. And of course, the official website was different than the website that was in my email. So that was strike one. And then there was something different about the capitalization, the logo, the colors. Stuff was just off. Stuff was just off about it, right? And then so as I'm continuing to look, I go to like the fact section, the frequently asked questions, and I go and I check it out, and it's like, oh, do you guys have an affiliate program, or do you guys have it? And they're like, no, we don't. If anyone sends you anything from us, it's not real, it's not us, we don't have anything like that. So I'm wondering if that's the same situation with this. So don't be too quick to use it, because I might be I'm not even 100% sure. Probably it's perfectly fine, but I'm just saying, I would imagine that something would have came from that by now. Ivan Velez, I saw that you was up in here, man. What's good? I did hear that it said it was going to be released in May. I believe that's what it said, that it was going to be released in May. So that is our, I don't know if they have an official date, but they did say the month of May. So we'll see what happens with this new synth, with this new instrument, with this new sampler, whatever it could be. We're half and half right now. 56% says synth. We'll see what else everybody else thinks that it might be. Reason has been really interesting using the program. I've always been excited about getting in to use it. I had some thought processes lately. I did a video a while back about should Reason like get rid of the cabling system altogether. What I noticed is, like, if you were not trying to do any special EQing, any special like effects, or if you're not really trying to do anything extra, if you're really just trying to like get your ideas out and use some players to help you do that, and maybe just do some slight leveling. Like, you never really have to flip the rack. Like, you really don't have to do any of the routing, especially now. All of the routing is pretty much like auto routing. All of the stuff is automatic. And like, I know that's one of the main drawbacks that some people say. They feel like the program's a little complicated because of that system. So I remember I made that video a while back, like, oh, should they just get rid of the cabling altogether? So I was revisiting that, and I was saying, yeah, you know, is there a time where I've really like made beats or did stuff and I didn't flip the rack? And what I noticed was like the only time I really flipped the rack was when I was trying to be extra, when I was trying to be like, let's create this blank, like, let's create a sound that does this. Let's create let's create, you know, like, let's do sidechain compression, or let's do parallel compression. But even like stuff like that, like parallel compression is like one click now. Like, you can create a parallel bus with like one click of your right click on your mouse. You don't have to do any flipping of any cabling to do that. So some of it has been automated already, but the only time is when I really want to get into like, oh, I want to like create something new, different, use a combinator, you know, move things around. The live stream that I did with Ryan, it was like I showed him something new in the sequencer, but he showed me something new in the rack. And the thing he showed in the rack, I was like, that just changed everything about like how I use Reason now. And he kind of said something similar about the thing I did in the sequencer. So it's always something new to learn. It's always something new to learn. But even like rerouting the cables, I thought that was something you had to flip the rack to do. And no, from that live stream, if you just hold shift and you can move the instruments, and as you move the instruments up and down, it'll automatically recable them for you. So I was like, okay, hold on. Maybe it is completely possible if you're just trying to get your music out, you're trying to get it created. Like, you know, it's not like you need to flip the rack in order to load in a sample or use, you know, any of the instruments that they have. So I like using Reason for the fact that it's so versatile, and you can use every feature in Reason, or you can like literally only use one feature. Like, you could just open the sequencer and have all of your samples and just drop them in as one shots, right? Like, you don't even have to worry about a rack or anything. You just use all audio files if you really want it. Like, I saw a lot of people like when they do sampling, they don't use an instrument or a device to do sampling. Sometimes they just drop the sample inside of Reason or inside of their DAW, and then they cut and make the splices inside the DAW, and then they lay all of the stuff out inside of the sequencer. So they're not using an instrument at all. They're just using the sequencer. So right there, that cuts out like a third of, you know, the capabilities of Reason right there. Let me check in with y'all and see what y'all saying. So Simon says cabling scares me. And with a name like Hitchcock, you know, I wouldn't think anything would scare you. With a name like I wouldn't think anything would scare you, but cabling can be a little intimidating. They've found ways to hide cables and make it a lot easier for you to understand where the cables are going and what the cables are doing. But at this point, yeah, like, it's like, I mean, you never have to see a cable if you don't want to. If you don't absolutely, you're laughing right now. If you don't absolutely want to use the cabling feature, you don't have to use the cabling feature. It's not something that you have to do in order to create your music. Now, if you want to go to the next level, if you want to do sound design, if you want to get into the mixing capabilities, the parallel compression capabilities, the anything like that has to do with that, then yeah, you would need to flip the, you know, rack around to get into that. But then I think that's where it's like there's a reason for every user. There's like a Reason DAW for every Reason user. There's the guy who just likes the instruments and the sounds. And guess what? You got Reason's rack inside of Ableton because you like Ableton sequencer and their triggering system. So you use that to create your MIDI and to lay out all of your sounds, but you like the Reason sounds. You like the instruments, you like the samplers, you like the drums, you like whatever it is that you like. So that's one kind of Reason user. They're not using it as a DAW. They're using it just as a VST. It's just like a better, you know, sampler, you know what I'm saying? Just to use the sounds. Jizzy B says, I just use the sounds. You got that guy. And then you got another one where it's like, I do everything inside of Reason except for mixing. It's like, yeah, no, I like the sounds and I like the sequencer. I like the players. I don't want to fool around with having to export my MIDI in order to get the MIDI into Ableton or Fruity Loops. I want to just have everything ready to go inside of Reason. And then I'll just bounce my mixer tracks. And once I have the mixer tracks all bounced out, then I'll send that to a mixer, or I'll send that to somebody else who will mix it, or I'll open up another project with just the mixer files in order to mix it. Like, right, that's another kind of Reason user. And then you got the all-around Reason user that's like, I don't want to touch anything from anywhere else. I'm using every single thing Reason. And if you're like me and you're like, you want to like teach people or show people how to use the program without exterior VSTs and without exterior plugins, then you're like, no, I just want to use all Reason stock. Maybe I'll touch a piano or synth from somewhere else, but primarily I just want to use just all Reason stock sound, stock EQ, stock compression, stock mixing, stock everything. And for that person, you're probably going to need to like really get into the cabling and get deep into the folder system to see the different patches that they have available. But for the most part, I think that you can really get by being any one of those kind of Reason users. There might be even people who take their files, they take their audio files, and then they give it to somebody to mix, and that person is mixing inside of Reason. And so for them, that becomes fun. Like, that becomes exciting to be able to, it's like a game. Really, it really is like a game. Like instead of a mouse and keyboard, they really should just give us like an Xbox controller or something. I also said that too. I said VR, they need a VR Reason so you could just do the cabling inside. It's a game. It really is. I don't see how like that's not a thing yet. I don't see how that's not a thing yet. It's totally like a fun thing to take a cable, move it here, move it there, move an instrument down, move an effect down, all that type of stuff. It's a game, man. It's super fun, but at the same time, you're creating this music. I'm tempted to grab another donut hole, but I think my energy is up enough. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button. My thumb was like way over here. What's this? This is the kind of like, this is like, yeah, man, I kind of like it. I'm new to this guy. I ain't really seen this dude in this sweatshirt with them waves. I never seen this dude before. He in the garage. I don't know if I like this video just yet. I'll give you one of these. You kind of in the middle. I'm almost right there at the down, actually. You know what I'm saying? Before engagement, hey, give me a down if you really want. Let me look at what y'all saying up in here. So cabling scares me. Alan says, peace from the UK. I've been a Reason user since Reason 6. Is the new device just hype? Ooh, we coming in spicy. Oh, he coming in spicy. Oh, he said, is it just hype? I'll put it to you like this. No one talk like that, Chris. Okay, you're right. I'll put it to you like this. None of the Reason releases have just been hype. Whenever something was released, it was something people asked for. It was something people were excited about using, and it was something people continue to use past the time of its release. Nothing has ever been hype. Nothing has ever just been like, you know, it's just something to do because they want more people to use the program or something like that. They know their core audience. They know their core users, and they know what we're looking for. They know what will get us excited, and they know what we want to be able to do in our music. Now, on the technical side of things, the software side of things, some of this software stuff is tough to do and keep your core device, keep your core software sharp and exactly what you wanted to be able to do, which is help people to make music. So like some things people are looking for is like creating a video window, right? I see like Chris Mills talks about, hey, what's up from New Zealand? Is it a new sequencer window? It's not a new sequencer window. I've heard people say they want a video player window because they've been doing all this talk about cinematic and video stuff. And it's like, do they have a video window so that you can edit your songs, you can edit your songs or create music around like a video clip? There are VSTs for that. There are some VSTs that's out there. One of them is really bad. Hopefully you don't go down that road like I did. I don't even think I got it off my computer yet. But there are VSTs for that, but that's something they could implement, and it's something that people want. But it's like, is it core to making music? And it's like, it's not core to making music. So they tend to go toward things that will help you to create new sounds, new music, or get your musical ideas out first. And then it's like, okay, now that everything is structured and everything is good, now we can, okay, VST3. Okay, they want a new sequencer window. Okay, they want a new, okay, you know, like they just start, then they can polish and tweak and do all this other type stuff. At least that's from what I see. A lot of major updates and a lot of major increases tend to come when they have new numbers come out, like 11, 12, you know, like once the new actual number comes out. But in the in-between, it's not hype. It's like, this is what they're about. They are about creating music. They are about generating sound design. So it's not hype because they know that that's what people want. People want more sounds. People are out there. They know how to play music and they know how to, you know, use MIDI keyboards. They don't just want a bunch of loops. They want to be able to create the sound. They want to be able to create the music. So I know that that's, you know, I believe that is what their core, you know, if you look at the core values of the software, I believe that's the core values. And that's why a lot of the things people are looking for aren't there, because they're not related to creating the sound. But if you were like trying to get into mashing sounds together, combining sounds together, right? Modulation, articulation. If you're about any of those things, that's exactly what they're about. Creating a new sound, creating a growl, creating a atmosphere, creating an undertone, creating harmonics, you know, creating different distortions, different kind of compression techniques that you can do. That is all about the sound. It's about what can we do with the sound. And for all intensive purposes, many people have said that Reason sound engine, like the actual way that it produces sound and music, it just rivals any other DAW that you can think of. But I don't. So short answer, Alan. Hopefully you still in here, Alan, because I did all of that talking about your question, Alan. So hopefully you in here, Alan. Let me know if you're in here, Alan. It's not just hype. It's definitely not just hype. Whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be dope. I can't wait to try it. It looks ace, but I've only messed with it when you showed how to use the bassline generator roots notes to drive the bassline. Simon, what you talking about? Oh, he's talking about chord sequencer. Okay, chord sequencer. Chord sequencer is cool. Chord sequencer, and that's another one of those things. It's for certain kinds of producers, certain kind of Reason users. Like chord sequencer will really make, like, it just makes it so easy. But even the players in general, if you've never made a beat before, if you want something different than what you typically make, something more musical, or something something with more tones, more texture, more keys, more chords, any of the players is going to help you accomplish that. Any of the players is going to take that to the next level. So that's what I really like about that. I use Reason for sound design and Studio One for everything else. Studio One and Reason are very similar. And I only say that because I've tried Studio One before, and Studio One has like some of the same shortcuts, it just has a lot of similarities. It's like Studio One to me is like if Reason and, like, I don't know, maybe like not Logic, but like Cubase. Yeah, that's perfect. If Reason and Cubase had a baby, it would be Studio One. That's what Studio One feels like to me. Not to say that it's their son, not to say Studio One is not great or Studio One is lesser or below any of those or anything like that. I'm talking about the UI, the way you experience the program, the way the program comes to life, how you find sounds, how you use the sounds, how you use the file explorer. Studio One is very similar to Cubase and very similar to Reason. They both have this. If you combine those two programs together, I think you would get Studio One. And so that could be a really great thing for people who like Cubase, and for people who like Reason. Studio One is probably perfect for you because it has the same feel. It has the feel of both of those softwares together. So it's super dope. Was a Pro Tool user. Simon says was a Pro Tool user for years, as I'm mostly a guitar player. Reason just makes creativity easy right from the start. It's just so easy to start from nothing and create something from nothing. Absolutely. What I've been getting to because I'm the type of person that too much will bog me down. Like, if I was to walk into a studio with 10 keyboards, it would be too much. I would be like, yo, it's too much in here. I just want to play on everything. But just give me one central keyboard and just say, okay, you got 10 sounds. You got a piano, you got piano, drums, bass, guitar, strings, horns, percussion, synth. Give me two more: sound effects and transitions. Okay, this is the only thing that this keyboard can do. And then it's like, okay, I'm gonna use every single one of those, and I'm gonna find a way to use something that's not supposed to be that thing, but I'm going to find a way to create that thing out of it. So if out of those 10 sounds, I'm going to find a way to be creative from those 10 sounds. If I'm limited, if I have more options, then it's like, it's too many options. Where do I start? So I'm saying that to say, when I start my Reason files lately, if I want to like actually work on something, I'm not starting from scratch. I'm definitely pulling up a beat that I already love, and I'm like going to use those sounds. And it's like, I'm not reaching for something new until I've already exhausted those sounds. So I know I have drums that I love. I know I have keys that I love. I know I have a bass that I love. And I know I have like a electric keys that I love. Before I go reaching for anything else, I know I'm gonna use those. So templates is really great for templates too. Pull up your templates. I have a blocks collection file that I'm trying to fill up all of the blocks. It's 32 blocks that you can use. I think I'm at like number 25 or something like that. Then each one is like a different track. Each one is a different beat. And so like stuff like that, where it's like you use blocks as templates, and now you can just create all of these tracks. You can just create a bunch of tracks. So stuff like that. To be limited sometimes is a little bit better. If I start from zero, if I start from like no instruments, no effects, if I start from nothing inside of the file, if like how I have it right now, let me show you right now. If I start like this, where it's like nothing there, this right here gives me anxiety now. At first, this used to be my favorite thing to see. I used to see this empty rack right here, and was like, this is everything right here. This is exactly what I want to see. And let's go. Now, this just gives me anxiety. I just look at it. I just be like, I see these two buttons, add device. Which one do I use? It's too much. To see this, empty sequencer like this, anxiety. I'm like, oh man, where do I start? Well, so many sounds, so many flip downs. And imagine that, like somebody that's primarily a Reason stock user, like you only got like so many sounds and so many instruments to choose from, but it is a good number of instruments and sounds to choose from. But look at like everybody else probably has all these other files from VSTs and stuff. This thing probably is like three layers across. Like it's probably like so many things that y'all could like load up, because y'all got all of them instruments from the Pirate Bay, and y'all got all that stuff to load up. And it's like, man, I don't have nothing to load up. I remember my buddy Catchy Noise Production hit me to IK Multimedia. I wonder if anybody caught my little sub I threw out there. I wonder if anybody heard my little sub. He hit me to IK Multimedia, and I'm trying to show y'all this when I get to it. Okay, IK Multimedia. Look at that. That is anxiety right there. Okay, that is anxiety. That's too much. I'm not gonna use this stuff. I'm not gonna use this. Look at this. That's too much. Now, of course, these are like they're all in like demo mode right now. They haven't been purchased. They haven't been unlocked. But even just thinking about the option, there are people who have this many effects and sounds and stuff like that. That's too much. I can't do it. I need to start from some kind of template. Somewhere that I know, okay, we're going to start with these sounds. And then it's like, all right, we're going to build from there. We're going to grow from there. We'll see what happens. CBC voter, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you as well. CBC voter. Let me see. I'm gonna close this one so that don't cause any issues, no problems. So now we got like this. So like this is like a template that I did. It's called The Greatest God. It's from like a gospel sounding track that I did, but I also did like 5 other tracks with this template as well. But it just so happens that the last track that I made when I went to save the template was The Greatest God. So it was a gospel track that I was working on. So I like to start like this. When I start like this is a little less. Let's bypass this guy. I don't want to forget to do that this time. This is a little less anxiety producing, okay? Because I know that there's some stuff already there. I even know that some of the stuff is already like panned a certain way, leveled a certain way, EQ'd a certain way. I know that when I go to start making the beat, like I've heard it in my car before. I've heard it on Instagram Reels before. So I know like how it sounds. And so it's a little more calming to already have a template. That really did just change the game for me, okay? He says, your default gives me anxiety. Are you talking about this one? Or are you talking about the other one? This one helps me. This one helps me feel a lot better. This one, and I want to create other like templates where it's not like, this is a more acoustic template. It's more for like gospel-y sounding, neo soul, stuff like that. He said this one gives him anxiety. It's more for like stuff like that. But I want to create like a trap template where I know like, okay, this was like the dopest trap beat I made and I use these elements. So I'm gonna just keep these elements and we just do it and get it on like that. Like I had a beat that I uploaded to BeatStars and it got purchased a couple times. And so I was like, oh, people like those sounds or they like the way that I did that. Cool. I'm finna make like 4 more just like that. Now I never got around to making the 4 more, but that's just an idea that I had. All right, so let me get back into the chat with you guys. Chris Mills, hey, from New Zealand, what's good? I get where you're at, but why make us wait till May? Oh man, it's just a release. It's a rollout. Johnny Ravioli, I agree with that. Limitations breed creativity. Exactly. My default template has my favorites and rarely change. Exactly. I've been tweaking my default file so it has my favorite voices in it. Haven't played with blocks. Would love to see some tutorials on blocks. Super dope. I actually have a to Z tutorial. A to Z in Reason Studios. So A to Z in Reason Studios. So I have this playlist, and the second video that I did on it was actually.
Hello, everybody. My name is Chris.
Oh, okay, Chris Reed. The second video that I did from it was actually on blocks. So I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna drop it in the chat right now, just so you have it. You can check it out at your leisure, my friend, when you are ready for that. Come on, how can I find it? Where is that? How can I get to the A to Z tutorials? There it is. All right, so I'll drop the whole thing. I'll just share the whole thing. I'm sure most people in here may have or may have not seen it, but I'll just share the whole thing in here. You guys can check it out when y'all feel like it. Keep the votes coming in, man. 47% people say that it is going to be a new synth. Mora D-Ray, just subscribe to your channel, but your videos helped me a while back as I recently moved to version 12. The last time I touched Reason was 10 years ago on version 5. You are amazing, bro. Keep it up. Hey, I appreciate you. Speaking of Reason 5, I'm in the same boat that you are in. Here's the difference. I was in the time. You said like 10 years ago with Reason 5. I was on Reason 5 all the way up until Reason 10, basically. So it was a lot of stuff in between there that I didn't even get a chance to check out until I got to Reason 10. And Reason 10 just blew me away. So now we're on version 12. I made a video about version 11. If you happen to see that on my channel, I want to delete it, but it keeps getting views. So like, you know, I want to show some loyalty and appreciation to Reason Studios. So I want to get rid of that Reason 11 video, but it keeps getting views. So for the sake of, you know, my family and my YouTube channel, I can't delete that just yet. But anyway, Reason 11 is Reason 11. But Reason 12, I think, was a great update, a great situation. And I think whatever the next one that they drop will be dope as well. Been using Reason since version 1. This rack looks so simple to me, man. Version 1. I went to find a way that I could like go back and get, like, I wanted to do a challenge. I wanted to challenge myself, like only use Reason from like Reason 3. That's when I first got it. Tried to install version, I think it was like version 2 or 3. One of those, whatever one I tried to install, it installed, but then it was like, oh, you got to insert the disc, and it's like all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not trying to go through all of that. So I had got it from the Reason website, because if you bought one in the past, they give you you can download it from like their FAQ page or something like that. Like there's somewhere you can download it from. So I actually had it like Reason 2 or 3 or something like that. And then I was like, oh, well, it's not going to work because I don't have the disc, and I'm not finna go through trying to figure out how to do I'm not finna do any of that. McEastland said they started with 2.8. I started with 3. I had a buddy had it on a CD, brought it to me. We was making music at the time. Me and him was making music, and we was making music, we was rapping and stuff. And I told him one day, I said, man, really, like, this is cool, but really I want to make beats. Like, I want to make the beats that you rap on. And he was like, well, we ain't got nothing to make beats. You know what I'm saying? I was using another program at the time. He didn't like any of the beats that was coming from that program. And I'll let y'all throw it in the chat what y'all think that program was. But at the time, it was like, you know, early 14 years ago or something like that. At the time, I was making beats, and I was like, nah, I don't like none of this. None of this gonna work for me. None of this gonna work for me, because he was more like Black Star, you know what I'm saying, Mos Def, Common, Talib Kweli. He wanted that soulful. He wanted that soulful stuff, you know what I'm saying? Flutes and Rhodes and drums and bass lines, and he wanted all of that. He wanted all of that in the music. And this program that I had just wasn't for that. This program was for Soulja Boy and for T.I. and for, you know, 808 Mafia or somebody. I don't know. Not no disrespect to any of those names. I'm just saying different programs are tailored to different music producers and tailored to different styles of music. That's just what I believe. At least that's what was able to happen for me. So he was like, all right, you want to make beats? For sure. So he went, contacted some people. He knew some people who knew some people who knew some people who had an extra copy. So he came and brought me the CD, and I was able to get it loaded in. I started making beats, and immediately it was like, boom. Not like the first beat I made did he like and actually use, but like, I want to say it took me a couple, maybe about 5 or 6 beats in. The 7th beat, he was like, oh, we definitely gotta do something with this. Okay. And then after that, like, it was like, okay, we're done. We gotta hear the rest of these beats. We gotta get the rest of these. We gotta do like a whole album. We gotta do like the whole thing, everything like that. So long time ago when this happened, I'm a very nostalgic kind of guy. I like to bring up stuff from the past. Maybe I'm holding on to those days when we created that music. I don't know, however y'all want to look at it, but that was the time for me. And so being able to create different tracks was just super cool. So I'll put this playlist in the chat as well. A majority of these tracks were produced by me, and then I have another one. Every single track was produced by me. Back in the early days of beat making, back in the earlier days, you know, really just trying to get my footing in on this situation. I was trying to create these beats and trying to make this stuff, but it was the difference between the programs that literally did it. It was like night and day. It was like, oh, okay, why did you make this beat? It's like, oh, well, that's because that's what the program stock sounds were. Of course, I didn't have VSTs. Of course, I didn't have drum sounds. I didn't have drum kits. I didn't have anything. It was like, this is what the program has to offer. This is what they gave me for the stock sound. So this is what I made beats out of. These are the synths. This is how the piano sounds. This is the da 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 da. So that's how the beats was coming out. So when I got Reason 3, first version of Reason 3, and being able to create the soulful stuff that I was able to create, it was like, well, how come these sound different? Why are these different from those earlier beats that you made? You ain't like learned so much more about beat making or anything like that. How come it's different? It's literally because of the stock sounds. It's because of the stock sounds. It's because of I don't know, something just clicked. Something just clicked when I got this program. Something just clicked. It was something different. So I think that can just go just miles, man. If you're looking for a DAW of your choice, if you're starting off, if you're a beginner, if you're just wondering, like, you really got to find what your weapon of choice is going to be. And then you got to learn it. You got to learn everything about it, learn the ins and outs and get better at it, grow your craft and get better. But you got to choose, and you got to be, you got to be strategic about it. And if you do that, then, I think that will make the difference. Right now, like, I could make a beat, because you can play piano and drums and bass on anything. Any DAW, you can put those sounds together. But if Reason is available, I'm kind of going to it like I'm going straight to it. I'm going straight to it. Let me see. Been using Reason since version 1. This regular. Oh, I already read that. My bad. Read you already too. Mackey's. If that's y'all guess. If that's y'all guess, then that is y'all guess. And I'm going to leave it at that. If that's y'all guess, then that's y'all guess. Maybe, maybe not. Sweet. Hey, Mora, man. Why you drop the super chat as soon as I eat the donut? I'm going to tell y'all something. This is not about the super chat. This is about me eating the donut. This is the exact kind of live stream I wanted to have today, where I can just talk and just hang out with you guys. And I'm sitting here eating this donut. I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Yo, Mora, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate you dropping the super chat. It means a lot, my brother. It means a lot. I definitely appreciate you for dropping that super chat, man. I'm trying to see how can I get this? Ooh, that donut was good. Oh, I got like 2 more. I'm going to save them. I'm going to save them for a little later. That donut it did everything it was supposed to do. It did everything it was supposed to do. Let me see if I can figure out a way to get this thing in here. Jam hot. I'm in the UK. I want that donut. Man, looks like 23. So it's like 2300, like that. Is that how you would say that? Like, in other words, it's like 12 o'clock. It's like midnight, right? It's like midnight where you at. I think. Okay, I'm trying to get this. I'm just trying to get my chat up. I had the other way to do it, and I haven't had it since. Okay. Appreciate you more for the super chat, man. Ooh, we having fun up in here, y'all. All right, so I had what we doing right now? Let's look at what our poll is saying. 44% for the synth. 44% for the synth. All right, so now let's get specific. When y'all say a synth, what what kind of synth? What do you mean by a synth when you say you think it's going to be a synth that this new instrument is going to be a synth? And did I miss something? Did they release that there was going to be did I miss that they already released the kind of instrument it was going to be? Did they already put something else up? I usually stay on top of that stuff. But what kind of synth? When y'all say y'all think it's going to be a synth, what kind of synth is it going to be? I promised my buddy Sasha that I would do a video on finger drumming, because he just, he appreciates my way that I do finger drumming. And he's like, oh, can you show us how you do the finger drumming that you be doing? So one of these days I'm gonna have to do a video on that as well. A modeling synth. That's very specific. I think Clip knows something. Clip, you know something, don't you? You're a double agent, ain't you? You know something. That's too specific. That sound too specific. That sound like you was in a boardroom somewhere. You overheard them talking about it. You wasn't supposed to be in there though. You wasn't supposed to be in the room, but you heard them talking about it. It'll be like friction. You can mix up classic synths to create new sounds. I think so. I think it might be something like that. Modeling synth. Are we in? No comment? Hey, the worst thing about no comment is like it's the best comment. Like no comment is the comment. Like that's the one. If you had just not said nothing, that would have been different. But no comment is like, yeah, all right, you're caught, you're busted. We finna go to your YouTube page. We finna see who you are, who you really are. We finna figure this out. We finna figure this one out, buddy. You're not gonna keep pulling one over on us, buddy. Let's create like a little music bed or something up in here. Starting off like making beats, I didn't even have a MIDI keyboard. I just used like my playing keyboard. And then from there, I was like, this not gonna work. I gotta go get a MIDI keyboard. And so now let's pull up this guy. I wanna create a chord progression. We pulling up polystep sequencer. I'm finna switch over to Reason so we can pull up this polystep sequencer. Let's keep having some fun, y'all. I think it will be I don't think it's a synth. I think it's something. I think it's more sampler. I think it's more like, I have to show y'all. Like, I think it's more like this. Like, I think it's gonna be more like how the radical keys are. It's a sampler, but you can't see any of the samples. You can load up a patch, but you can't actually manipulate any of the stuff. I think it's gonna be more like that. But I don't know. I could be completely wrong about that. Rompler. What's Rompler? What's Rompler? The Mech Eastland? Are you giving stuff away, Mech Eastlands? Are you also a double agent? What is y'all doing on this stream right now? What is y'all doing? It's a combination of both. It's modeling synth sampler. Dang, he really was in the room, boy. You finna have them mad at me. You finna have them. I'm not joking either. I really don't know. I really don't know. So don't nobody go share this with Reason and say I gave it away, because I really don't know. I didn't get no emails. I didn't get nothing, okay? Laugh out loud like Nexus. Okay, so Rompler is like Nexus, and that's what you think the Reason synth is gonna be like. Is that what we're saying? Okay, I see it. The Rompler is it's a keyboard. 6 best samplers, Romplers. Okay, for sure. A romp, or is that a word? Dang, am I learning something new again? Man. Nexus is another one of those off of a free CD type situations. I need my headphones. Oh, you can add sound packs to it. I didn't even do what I said I was going to do. Okay, I said I was going to go to this polystep sequencer. All right, so this is why I really like Reason, especially now, especially like these days, because of like this polystep sequencer. Okay, so I don't want to do C minor because I always play in C minor, so I don't want to do C minor. So even if we just did something else like D minor, let's do that. And so now we have D minor here, and we have all of these keys and stuff like that, right? So if I just hold control, I can click in and I can add that. So now we just have that note there. But this is why I like it, because you can use this height and now you can create these chords, right? You can create these chords here. So now we have, okay, cool. So now we have that. I think I'm gonna change this. I think I'm gonna change this sound to something else so we can demonstrate. Well, let's keep it for now. So now we have that, and we can add in like a bass note here or whatever. So now we're getting somewhere. But this is just one note, right? So you can change the form of it. And this is like similar to what chord sequencer does. It has the ability to create different kinds of chords. But the difference is some of those chord sequencer chords are not within the same key. And that is some of the secret sauce, because sometimes when you play a chord, or sometimes when you're playing keys, it's sometimes better to be able to play outside of that key. Like, you don't have to just play every single note that's only in that key. So sometimes that's the secret sauce, right? So sometimes, like if I'm playing in C major, which is all white keys, and I play something like this, but then I play this, those two chords, they go together, even though that second chord that I played had a B flat in it, which is not in the key of C. So one more time. So if we play, yeah, same thing, right? So some of those is in the key of C, and some of those are not in the key of C. So in chord sequencer, they've already gone through, they've found all of the beautiful chords that kind of sound together, and then they use that algorithm situation in order to give you like keys, like show you which chords go to the next chord, things like that. The difference with polystep sequencer is, as I'm using this form, it's changing where the notes are actually played and where the notes line up, the voicing of it, right? So you could change the form and get a different chord. Of course, no, take this guy out. So we could change and get different forms. So it'll be that. Or it could be that. Or it could just be this. Or it could just be this. And so each of those are different, right? So if I go through here, I want to change the width. Okay. So we go here, we got this one here, and then we got that one there, and then we got this one. No, don't do that. I just gotta click this, and then click this, and then click this guy. And so now we have four chords, you know, and then now we can change some of these forms because we don't want all of the same forms. And now we got, you know, different chords. Okay, so now let's slow it down. But then you can switch it. Now, okay, now let's go to a different key. And we might actually change this. Change this. Go lower, go lower, go lower. Move you down. Okay, and now we also can add in these like repeats. But you can also just make that into a strum. And so if we're doing that, then, you know, that don't sound the greatest. But maybe we change some stuff around about it. And I just can't do that with anything else. And that sounds kind of robotic to me, right? Like that doesn't sound like the greatest amount of like piano playing, but we can add some of this strum. And now I'm gonna change this to a synth because I think that this would sound better as like a polysynth or something. I was right. It does sound better as a synth. Might even just take that. Me likey. I need my headphones. Y'all should see my headphones. Y'all should see how my headphones are like buried. It's like 1,000 chords over here. And it's like craziness. What headphones do you guys use? I use the ATH. And I'll show you guys right now. What headphones do you guys use? I use these headphones. These are my favorite headphones right here to use. I bought a pair one time and I dropped them, and then like one ear stopped working. And I'm pretty sure that what probably actually happened was I just didn't have it like really like all the way in how it's supposed to be, because you got to like put this guy in and then twist it to make sure like it's in there. I think I probably just didn't have it all the way in, so I got nervous. But I told my dad, I was like, Dad, I need some new headphones. My headphones broke, and like it's only one ear. Like I can't make music like that. I dropped them and they broke. He's like, all right, son, you know how much they cost? And I was like, oh, they cost this. And so now I had an option when I went to the store. I was like, oh, I could change from these and get like some different headphones or whatever, but I didn't like how any of the rest of them felt. I just felt like these were very comfortable. So I was like, nah, let's go with these, because I like these. These are comfortable. So let's go with these. So we went with these. All right, now I got my headphones on. I can turn this off. And then I'm also I just need to just check this and make sure it sounds good. Yes, I'm very loud. Oh, okay. I was just listening back to my live stream. I like the way, oh, I gotta turn this off now. So I really like the way that I'm gonna turn this down some. I really like the way that that other sound sounded, but let's listen to it. Let's make this an ARP too then. Different drums, because it's not acoustic anymore. We ain't even really tapped into the power of polystep sequencer yet either, because the power comes in when you start using the different variations. So if we go to this variation and we hit alter, and we go to this variation and we hit alter twice, then we go to this variation and we hit alter 3 times, then now we have, and then we can go over here and hit next. Now we have 4 different variations, and that's just gonna open up like different possibilities. If you're new to this channel, I'm just a weirdo, and I always make like different sounding tracks. So like, you know, bear with me, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna sound like what you used to, like, oh yeah, boom, we know exactly, yes, that's a Lil Baby track. We know exactly what that is. It's not gonna be like that. Oh, should we hit record? Should we have hit record on that one? Does that work? Kick drum was. Let's hit record on it. I think we hit record on it real quick. If we did that. Marcus Garvey, what was the other sound? It was a Thor patch? So now I'm sitting here like, oh, what's the note? But you could just go to the polystep sequencer and you can see what note. So I think I would go with something else though. So right now we're in this acoustic template. This bass line is electric bass. And this is the sub kick with the Fender Jazz Bass. So, oh, he said, no, that was it. So what if we change this to like something else like major pentatonic? Yeah, I like that. I like the I want to move that so that it's not playing every time. I only want it to happen like on that last time. So let's move this one. I like the major pentatonic. I like that too. Oh, now we need to actually change the length of that. Maybe there's a way we can add that into it. Take off this groove. It wouldn't stop. I don't know what was happening. It wouldn't stop. You playing the bass live. I was playing the bass on the E bass. That one, but not like a live bass. So let's add those chords in that. And now we just got to make sure when we go to this polystep sequencer that we're starting on the first variation and then letting it loop over to the next one. said, Chris, what you doing? You lucky I'm dashing. Oh, door dashing, or else I drive down there. What's up, man? You don't like the vibe? Is the vibe too different for you? Man, I should be out doing some Uber Eats too. Shoot. Simon knows me too well. I just want one note. It needs to be tuned. So while I'm tuning this, let's check in with this. Let's check in with the poll. We're at 49%. So I can't see what the other option was. That's what's in second place. Synth is in 49%. What's in second place? Most people are saying synth, but what's in second place? Okay. Somebody gotta tell me what's in second place on the poll, or can y'all not see it? They say a detuned piano doesn't sound too bad, but man, a detuned guitar sounds terrible. Excuse me. Find out. Maybe something muted. Okay. Simon says, the beauty of Reason, you went from something on Polystep that was like WTF to this is freaking ace. I need to learn Polystep. Yeah, it was kind of sounding wild at first, right? It even still sounds very wild. And even without the Polystep stuff, like this could probably still be like something cool, even without Polystep, right? Okay, keep that. Don't know if I can redo that, so keep that. Yes. I had to take a moment real quick. Hold on, everybody. Stop everything. Hold on. I had to take a moment real quick. I had to take just one quick moment. Hold on. While everybody was, in the chat and we was vibing to the music, I just had to take a moment real quick to just stop and just eat this donut hole. All right. Now we can continue. That's why I like comp edit mode, because in comp edit, now you can just go through and you can find that other take that I was doing. But I have to find one that I actually like. It's not any of those. It's definitely not that one. One of these is in here. I think it's that one. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Can y'all really hear that though? It was. Maybe I can play the chorus to it. Kind of interesting. I feel like some different drums. I always do stuff like this. I always make like two different versions, like a trap version, hip hop version, something like that, to just kind of hear the two different styles, the two different sounds, kind of see like, oh, you know, which one vibes better. This one vibes better. Oh my goodness. It's not even a comparison. It's not even a comparison. Oh my goodness. This just vibes better. Guess what, everybody? In case y'all didn't realize, we just went through that whole session of like beat making. I don't know how long that was, and we never saved the track. And yeah, that could have been drastic for us. It has happened before, so that could have been drastic for us. But thankfully, all right, we got the save in. So I was like, no. Okay, let's go back to Reason. Oh, it's gone. No, it's gone. No, it's gone. Oh, it's there. Okay, cool. Well, hold on now. I might have some competition there. I don't know. The way that came in. I gotta let me one or two. Okay, so we can't leave out this part about the polystep sequencer. We definitely have to go in, hit send to track. Sorry, y'all finna hear a bunch of garbled noise. Okay, I turned it off for y'all. But you definitely got to go in and hit send to track, so that way it's not just playing through the polystep sequencer, and we can actually see the notes. And here are the notes that were generated, right? And you know what I'm saying? Just goodness. What we could do is hit Control All and then go to this note velocity. Maybe just add in a little randomness to the velocity, you know, and boom. Simon, you talking about this 808 right here? It's coming up. Let me know if you're talking about this. Talking about this guy? Just a simple mimic patch. It's actually an empty mimic patch, but it's the 808. So this 808 is from Kyle Beats' Orbital Drum Kit. So Kyle Beats Orbital Drum Kit, and he has some 808s in there. This is Lay's 808. So that's this 808 drum that's playing right there. That's that 808 drum. And we really didn't do much to this mimic. I just added a little low cut right now and boosted the release and turned on a mono retrigger so that it wouldn't bleed into, the notes wouldn't bleed into each other. Yeah, drums right there from Cal Beats as well. This Orbital drum pack or whatever. think I got it from like one of those situations like, oh, hey, sign up to my email list and you'll get 5 free drum packs. I think it was something like that. So I just did it. Or maybe I bought one drum pack, and then because I bought the one drum pack, I got like 4 for free. It was something like that. One of those two. But Cal Beats for the drum pack. I was trying to see, but I think that's something for something else, because yeah, that's definitely got to be the way to go. We definitely got to start with that synth. We definitely got to start there. We got to go to this filter frequency. We got to add some automation in there. Got to drop the automation down low, build the automation up toward the end. Something like that. Real slow build. And maybe come in with dun 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 dun. I'm guessing we need to have it this. You know, my favorite little pad. This is my favorite little pad. It's not a pad. It's a pad that I'm finna create. But it's one that I've often done before. And it's literally just the ID8 strings, right? You go to this ID8 strings. You turn this tone down. I think you turn the tone down. And then you add a little filter to it. Turn up the res. It's like my favorite. It's my favorite little pad right there. And then we're just gonna bring that in here. See, let's hear what it sounds like. It's my favorite little. Even drop those bass notes down. Hey, Raging Oracle, what's up? Maybe do like a little glide into that bass and stuff. Now, what we need in here is like, ooh, I feel that like Latin little percussion. Ooh, I feel it. Let's see if we can find a little something up in here. Yeah, let's go to companion actually. I wonder if anybody in the companion app has cooked up some Latin stuff. Take the hi-hats out from the last 5 stabs or play them with the stabs. Hold on, first let me move this. Don't be trying to look at my login. I think I know what you're saying about them stabs. I think I know what you. Let me just type in Latin house. Do they got any kind of? I'm gonna install it, but I don't think it's what I'm looking for. Any secrets to this new synth module? Nope. No secrets. I'm gonna install this one too, just cause it's so easy to install it. And modern Moomba pop. Sean Murray for the win for sure. Always. He be having everything. Oh, that kick is something. A distorted 808 kick. That's the next one. Okay. Let me see if he got something in here. Moomba claps. It's not exactly that vibe, but let's try this perk machine. Look at that polystep sequencer. Okay, so let me ask y'all this. I'm coming in like this. This is course. That's got to be course. So are y'all saying that the course should come in later, start the verse first? Or are you saying that that can still be course, but bring the guitars in later? Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Let's play it through. And I'm probably going to open up another IDA for that percussion vibes, because it's not really what I was going for. Not exactly what I was going for. So guitars for the verse. Okay. We need like some kind of like little melody line for this chorus. Maybe distorted. Seth Nitty in the building. What's good, Seth Nitty? Looks like your favorite mic. What's good, man? I'm glad to hear that I've helped and been able to help, man. Thanks for coming through to the stream as well and checking out, some of this vibes. And yeah, man, keep working at it, bro. Just keep going. Keep going. keep hearing it. I'm gonna add a let's add a scream and turn this guy down. Let's not use scream. Let's use this amp. They have a dual, let's see, crunch and high gain. That's not what I want either. I just got stuck in playing some stuff. Dual high gain. I don't know, it could work. So maybe not guitar for that. I just need like I need like a melody, you know, like a little melody spot for see, what is this? Everything is too loud. Okay, don't break nothing. It's like a whole nother different thing though, right? That's tight. Okay, before I let this get away from me and I get to just getting all left into my head and just doing too much, because of course that's me. I wouldn't be Chris if I didn't do that. I wouldn't be Chris if I didn't do that. So before we do that and just get all off in my head, let's go ahead and eat this last donut hole. This is the last one, so you know what I'm saying. We finna take this out. Finna take this out because this don't fit. It don't fit the vibe. It don't fit nothing. Someone just end it there. Good stuff. The good stuff. I like it too. Can one of y'all press the record button for me? Press it. I need you to press the record button for me. Press it. Simon, thank you, but I need you to press the record button. Where you at? I need you to press the record button. It's not gonna press itself. Imagine that it just pressed right now, though. Wouldn't that be more scary than like cool? Would it be more scary than cool? Like, hey, who did that? All right, here we go. Exactly, Mara. It's something. There's something there. Pat Webb, what's up? Yeah, so that doesn't really fit this vibe because it's really like, it's just like, it's more like this. Oh, we had added this in. Man, I really do got 88. I promise you. We had added this in so we could add in some percussion. I have been doing pretty good. So I have been doing well, Pat Webb. Thank you for asking. I have been making some beats today. We had a nice little conversation about Reason earlier and just using Reason, why we use Reason, why we love it, why we love the program, stuff like that. Hanging out on this Saturday. Happy Saturday to everybody that have joined the stream. I had some donut holes, had too much sugar. Definitely had your boy wired up. Or maybe it was the live stream that did it. I don't know. Maybe I was just excited to see you guys participate in this situation, to find time in a busy situation, in a busy schedule, to actually be able to get on the live. Maybe that energy really is what just did it. But have been just having some fun today and just, rocking out. So we were talking about the new synth as well, something we're not 100% sure what it's gonna be. We got some different ideas. 57%, we've pushed it over to that side for the synth. For this poll, we had almost 50 votes. Almost 50 votes. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for a poll. Almost 50 votes. 50 people came through and actually clicked on that. So that's dope. I like that. You know what I'm saying? For, engagement. I like to see you guys engaged with the stream. Hopefully we do some things here help you guys engage with the stream. So man, I like that as well. I hate to build up a beat like this. I don't have no more donut holes, y'all. I hate to build up a beat like this and want to go to something else but just really feel like, it's all good. 4 a.m. in South Africa. Man, Mora, I can't believe. I don't know if you got up early or you've been up all night, but man, get you some rest. Rest is important. Rest. We ain't gotta you know what I'm saying? I know sometimes it's hard to get to sleep. Sometimes it's hard for me to get to sleep because I just have so much on my mind, so many things I want to do and not sure if I actually got everything done in the day that I wanted to do. So sometimes it's hard for me to sleep. I'm not sure if I got everything done in the day that I want to do. I'm anxious about the next day. I'm not sure about going to sleep, how I'm, I just, it feels uneasy to get that rest. But man, no cliche and no bull to you, man. It's always important to get that rest in. So just take it when you can. Take it when you can, man. But you know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself. I'm glad that you came through to the stream, and I appreciate you, man. Oh, man. Simon says, I appreciate you, Simon. Thank you. I appreciate that. You rock and have taught me stuff. Keep making stuff and enriching us. Appreciate it for sure. A Major Keys in the building. What's good? Good to see you, bro. 2:11 here, Simon says. Simon says it's 2:11. Imagine that. And it's interesting too. It'd be like people all around the world. Like, I did not know that Mara was in South Africa watching this right now. Like, that is something else, man. That's amazing. Like, I know it's like, it'd be like a lot of people from like Europe and like Sweden and like, because Reason is like, based, but it's all around the world. So like a lot of times be like, all right, well, I'm in New York and it's like, that's some time difference, but we're talking, it's 4 a.m. It's 6 p.m. where I am right now. It's 4 a.m. where he is right now. Like, just imagine that, it's just something else, man. Something else, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. And we're going to try to keep it going. We're going to try to keep releasing these videos and making this music. And I done linked up with some good people. It's been some good people, getting to meet you guys and talk with you guys and get suggestions from y'all. Every time we go on stream, it's never just like, oh, it's just me. I'm just going to do my thing and y'all just do whatever y'all do. Like, you guys, hey, what about this? Try that. And I appreciate it. It's a community vibe in here, man, where we can all just share our wealth of knowledge. And at the same time, we can produce, good music and we can inspire folks, I say all the time, like sometimes for me, like that's a better environment for me. Like that's a better vibe for me. A lot of time I'll be like, well, if you told me to play this chord, like I could play the chord, I could make the chord progression, I could pull the stuff together. But then it's like, all right, the sequencing or like the creating, the molding, the perfecting, like, sometimes it's like, I really don't have that. You know what I'm saying? It just be like, I kind of want to have that vibe where I can pass something along. You could pass the track on to somebody else and let them put their flavor on it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that definitely is a bop right there. That's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. My voice is mad loud. Why don't y'all ever tell me that my voice is mad loud? Why y'all let me be obnoxious like that? Why don't y'all tell me? Why don't y'all be like, hey, Chris, you like too excited right here, bro. Like, what you doing right now? Like, relax, buddy. I know my microphone all loud. All the clear thing, stress-free, plenty of water and some sweet dreams. Make it all happen. That's right. So I thought that was your vibe. In some ways it is, but I also want to, I like to have it where it's like, I don't want to be bleeding nobody's ears. Like, I just listen back on my YouTube, on my little window I got, just to kind of hear how loud I'm like, yo, what's up? I actually prefer to be like smooth and like, hey, what's up, everybody? This your boy Chris Reed Beats on the ones and twos. Welcome to the live stream. We going live. We going all night long. Hooking up beats in Reasonstudios, Reason 12. And we want you to come through. We want you to drop your suggestions. Send us a file. Send us a link. Make sure you send a like to this video. Share it with a friend. We'll see you next time. Welcome to the stream. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Trying to take you there. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Ba-dum, 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 bum. Lucas Lifts, that's a new name. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. I don't have time to stay for the live session. Just wanted to pop in while I saw you streaming. Let you know that you're the man, Chris. You're doing amazing work for the Reason community. I love all my producer brothers, but there is 1.5 million producers on FL Studio making content. You, however, are God sent, my friend. Much love, brother, and you are appreciated. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for coming through. Thank you, sir. That means a lot to me, man. I definitely saw it, the disparaging number of FL Studio content, of even Ableton content, even, you know, just different softwares. And Reason is the thing that I like to use. It's the thing that I like, right? So for me, it was like, hey, I want to get into YouTube and I want to share what I know, or even just jam out and just have fun. And this was the thing that I knew I could share. So I was like, all right, cool. I probably could have went FL Studio route and probably had like double the subscribers, or maybe not, maybe half. But just the fact that it was like, it was clear it was not enough. I was like, well, let's link up with Reason. You know what I'm saying? Let's put some content out there. You know what I'm saying? And just go for it. Reason A to Z tutorials, you know what I'm saying? Just creating those tutorials to vibe. Just trying to just put out as much information, as much tutorials, as much, you know, techniques, whatever I can find. Whenever I find something new, I'll be putting it, I'll be adding it in. These live streams have been the opportunity for us to give back, give some information. I think sometimes, like when I watch live streams, sometimes it's literally just watching somebody else and just being like, all right, I see where you went with that. I see where you're going with that. Catching them, seeing the different things that they do, learning stuff along the way. That's what I like when I watch other people do their live streams or they like YouTube videos. So I want to add that to my own stream. I want to give that same vibe. Sometimes it's just about inspiring folk. Sometimes it's just about inspiring your people. So even if that's all it is, even if I don't teach anything new, where it was like, oh, okay, cool, I didn't know how to do that, but I know how to do it now. Even if we don't do that, if the only thing we do is inspire, and it's like, oh, that gave me an idea to do something different, we did our job. Job well done. And that's what matters, man. That's what matters. And I'm gonna fix this mic too, so that I can know that I actually have rhythm, and I don't just be on here sounding crazy. There we go. I be trying to be so smooth, man. It's a one-man show over here. I be trying to be so smooth. I be like, all right, cool. I'm going to stop the music, switch back over my screen. No sound. Oh, man. All right, well, here we go. All right, let's do that again. Woo, 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 woo. 3, 2, 1. Man, I appreciate everybody for coming through to the stream. You guys have been awesome. I can't wait until we are able to just keep doing this more consistently, putting more time into it, man. And shout out to everybody here that supports the channel, whether you like the channels, whether you like the videos, you comment on the videos, share the videos. If you are a subscriber, if you are a channel member, if you have dropped a super chat, anything that you have done, I promise you, anything that you do is supporting and helping this channel. So I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys for coming to the stream. We want to say a shout out to all the folk that came through today. Posting Beats, Simon Hitchcock, Ivan Velez. We got my people, the McEastlands, in here. We also had Alan Peace from the UK up in here. All kind of countries. Matter of fact, it's 12 people I see that's still watching right now. If you ain't put like your country, put your country, like where are you watching from right now? I'm really interested. What country, what state, what city, where you at? Let us know. I'm not trying to come spam you or scam you or anything like that. I just want to have one last opportunity to shout y'all out. All right. But I know we have my boy from South Africa up in here. I thought that was super, super dope. DM was up in here trying to slide in them DMs. Jizzy B was in here. Johnny Ravioli was in here. Chris Mills. CBC voter Alan was in here. I think I said his name already, but that's okay. We're gonna say it again. We also had, I'm stop saying we also had Clip Wilson in here, Mora D Ray in here, dropping the super chat. Mora, man, super dope. Really appreciate you for dropping that super chat off to us. Jam Hot, JR also came through. Marcus Garvey also came through. Clip Wilson came through. And man, I appreciate y'all for just, excuse me, them donuts is coming back for vengeance. CK was rocking with me. I appreciate you. Chris Mills rocking with me. Seth Nitty also came through to the live stream. Shout out to you, Seth Nitty, on the road to 10K, 12K, 20K. I think he had like 8K right now subscribers. You know, he coming through with them fire tracks. So shout out to him for dropping through to the stream on this Saturday afternoon, evening now, coming down to it. Pat Webb was also in here. Anthony A. Major Keys, A. Major Russell up in here as well. Lucas Lifts. Going through the list, y'all. Appreciate everybody up in here. CK, shout out to you for letting me know that my mic was not on up in here, embarrassing myself. We got Marcus Garvey representing Oakland. We kind of close. We're not too far away, man. We might can link up one day. We might can link up and work on some music. I might have to come down there to Oakland. I might have to bring I might have to come down and bring my keyboard or something, you know what I'm saying, down there to Oakland. We can definitely work that out. You know, ABQ, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Hey, every time I think of New Mexico, the only is, y'all let me know if y'all know what I'm talking about. The only thing I ever think about when I think about New Mexico is this one thing. It's the only thing I ever think about. Anytime I think about New Mexico, it's the only thing I ever think of because I don't know anything else resembling it or around it. And it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing because I love it. But it's the only thing I can think of from like New Mexico. But I gotta visit over there. I gotta come through there one day as well. And Overland Park look like KC. That's Kansas City. Cause I was sure finna say Kentucky. But it's missing the F for Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I definitely was finna say Kentucky. I think that's Kansas City. So shout out to all of y'all, all right, for sure. Shout out to all of y'all. And representing y'all states and everything. Breaking Bad. I was trying to see if somebody was going to put it in the chat. Breaking Bad, because I know they is based from New Mexico. Senor Heisenberg, right there. I like that show. I watched Breaking Bad. I watched Better Call Saul. I saw El Camino. I can't wait. I hope they do something else. They got to do something else. They got to do bring Jimmy. Is that his son? Bring him back. Give him a show. Show us the aftermath after Senior Heisenberg was gone. Do something. I just love it. I love the show. It was super dope. Vince Green, I think is his name. I love it. I love the show. I want to see more. Better Call Saul. They had a lot of seasons. I was like, man, give us one more season because I just like that too. Man, that was just dope. The whole thing was just the whole thing. All right, I might be on an island all by myself, but shout outs to all of you guys. I'm just trying to make sure that I did get a chance to say shout out to everybody, and I want to let y'all know we'll be back next week. We'll be dropping more videos and we'll be going live. I try to go live every Thursday, 10 a.m. It's been sliding to like 10:30, 11. But we'll see. So if I can get there at 10 a.m. this Thursday, I'll be there. You should see it pop up on my channel. If you are not subscribed, get subscribed. If you're looking for one-on-one training in Reason, you can hit me up on www.chrisreedbeats.com. You can go to my website, chrisreedbeats.com. I do one-on-one coaching on Zoom, and we can hang out and we can discuss, you know, if it's music theory or if it's cabling inside of Reason or if it's figuring out some kind of technique that you need help figuring out. You can go to my website and we can do some one-on-one Zoom coaching and I can help you out there. I had at least a good like 10 people come through to the class and help some people out. And like for me, like that's big. Like somebody be like, oh, that's not a lot of people, 10 people, but like 10 people was in this room just like right now. If the people that was watching was in this room, I'd be like, dang, y'all want something to drink? Cause there's a whole lot of y'all up in here. I don't know what to do. Y'all all just looking at me, watching me, trying to see what I'm gonna do next, if I'm gonna press a key on the keyboard or not. But nonetheless, we done had about like 10 students come through to the one-on-one coaching. So if you're interested in that, please be sure to do that. Follow me on Instagram at Chris Reed Beats. Okay, Chris Reed Beats across all socials. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. Chris Reed Beats is where you can find me. And until next time, take care, be well, have fun. Been your boy Chris Reed Beats. Another live stream signing out. Until next time, peace. I think one day I'm gonna write down what I'm gonna say right here. So I'm like write it down and like practice it and be like, yeah, Chris, just say these things, and then get off. Okay. The only thing I know for sure is peace. All right. Definitely want to wish you peace and well. And I don't know, you know what it is. I don't want to leave. I want to leave you guys, but I gotta go. I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right now.